Hey everyone, DeeJ here. We've got some exciting news. November 16th, 2024, we are headed to the DuBois SuperCon. That's right, we'll be setting up shop at the DuBois Alliance Fellowship Hall at 1004 South Main Street, DuBois, Pennsylvania, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We would love to see you there. If you're a fan of comic books, toys, original art, video games, or cosplay, this is the event for you. And guess what? Admission is totally free. So why not come out and join us for a day packed with fun, fandom, and a whole lot of geeky goodness. Make sure to swing by our table, the Ineffably Sublime. Just look for me and Mitch's head on our little banner where you can meet us in person. Grab some exclusive Ineffably Sublime merch and maybe even be a part of a live recording. Be sure to check the website out. That's DuBois, SuperCon, and SwapMeet.org for all the latest updates, or you can find them on Facebook. So, mark your calendars, November 16th, DuBois SuperCon. We will see you there.
In the realm of the strange and the absurd, where Bubs and Spuds and the Gamble roam and explore, a podcast so unique, it'll blow your mind. Welcome to the world of the ineffably sublime. They delve into the depths of the unknown, where the spirit of the woodpecker has grown, unraveling mysteries, pushing all the boundaries. Bingo McDonald, a host with eccentric tendencies. Step into the realm of the ineffably sublime, where the peculiar, bizarre intertwine. Join the journey as they unravel the tapestry of life's enigmas and endless possibilities.
What's going on, Sublime Squad, and thanks for joining us for another round of Ineffably Sublime. I'm DeeJ, and with me, as always, is your favorite co-host, Mitch. What's going on, Mitch?
Not much, buddy. How you doing?
Spuds, Mitch. I fucking keep forgetting to call you Spuds.
No, that's fine.
Is it fine?
It is fine. Yeah.
Last time it bothered you.
Did it? I thought it was Redding Bisher. I'm
well,
done
yeah,
with
but then I called you Mitch, and you were like, "Ooh, I don't know if I like that."
Oh. No, I'm good with anything anymore. I'm cool.
All right.
I'm cool. Whatever you want to call me.
Word.
There's that saying. I always hated this. There's always a guy that said this at work. He's like, "You can call me whatever you want. Just don't call me late for dinner."
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty bad, isn't it? That's pretty bad.
Don't call me late. Every time I seen him after that, I'd be like, "What's up, late for dinner?"
It's so stupid.
What's going on, LFD?
Oh, he was a funny guy.
Folks, I would like to apologize in behalf of just us in general that the lack of an episode last week. And like I said in the update, you know, sometimes life finds a way, and for Mitch, life found a way, and it's all good. You know, we had an update episode out there, and we're back now, and everything should be hunky-dory from here. So, that being said, Mitch, how was your extended leave?
I'd be lying if I said it was fun.
Yeah, that's true.
We've had some issues here. Autumn had hip surgery, so she was pretty well hobbled, and you know, it was just a lot going on. You know, I wasn't going to be able to be my regular Spud self.
Right.
You know, because she was off work all week and pretty much could not move at all. So it was just one of those. I needed to be husbandly that week, and I think I've pretty much fulfilled my duties.
Yeah, sometimes your duties are, you know, more important than the rest, though.
Yeah, she is doing very well. She's driving and everything now. She had to, not that anyone, I don't know if anyone even really cares, but she had to get her labrum fixed and a couple tendons fixed and a lot of cleanup in there. So she's supposed to be on crutches for 4 weeks. Yeah, she was already walking around this morning without her crutches.
Oh, that's good. I mean, is that
That's probably not ideal.
okay? I was gonna say, is that advisable or
No. I mean, I don't think she can really re-injure herself too much, but there's the possibility is still there. So the probability of her going the whole 4 weeks on the crutches, I'd say, are pretty much nil. When it's only been 8 days. No, what's today? Today's Thursday. We're at 10 days. And she's already like, nah, fuck it. I'm not doing these crutches.
yikes?
So, yeah.
That was like that reminds me of whenever I'd had braces on and I got them off, and they're like, now these retainers, you're gonna have to wear them for the rest of your life.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, okay, I think I wore them for a week, and I was like, nope.
Yep, I did the same. Yep, I had them on for about a month or two. Now I'm all fucked because I have a tooth down there at the bottom that shifted back inside. So, yeah, it doesn't always, yeah. You have to really look at it. Like, I can feel it with my tongue, but it's one of those, I don't think a lot of people can see it.
Yeah,
but it's very important. It's very important to keep those retainers in.
I know. Well, at first they gave me the plastic retainers with like the metal wires that like go up on the roof of your mouth.
Yeah.
And like, old school retainers. And I remember when I was young, I was like, man, I really want one of those. Like, I just love the sound that it made when people would take them out and click them back in their mouth. I'm like, yeah, I want that shit. Yeah, I just was obsessed with it. And then when I finally got them, I was like, ooh, these suck. Like, these are not fun.
No.
And then they switched me to the Invisalign. And I thought, yeah, that's fine. It's easier to put in and stuff, but the upkeep is not my thing.
Yeah, upkeep sucks. Upkeep for anything sucks. Anything in life, if there's upkeep, it sucks.
Yeah, and speaking of upkeep, I just went to the barber the other day, which is like an astounding feat because this guy, he's great, but he's so booked up constantly that it's hard to get into. And I was amazed that I was even able to get an appointment when I was there. I kept talking about the appointment, yada yada yada, and he just kept saying like, yeah, I'm just, it's a good problem to have is to be booked up. I'm like, dude, I'm not faulting you for being so booked that it's impossible to get to. But it sucks. And I'm laying in bed last night and I realized I can book these without paying for them. Right off the top. I can book them without paying ahead of time.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So I went in the app and I just booked myself out for the rest of the year.
Nice.
Yeah, I was like, sweet. I just go, so at least once a month I'm going before all the important holidays to be able to get groomed again. And then I can keep up in the meantime, with a small amount of upkeep and hope that it's not insane. So
smart, very
smart, very smart, very honk, very Sardine. Over here at Ineffably Sublime, we aren't demure. Fuck demure.
Yeah, I don't even want to say that word. It just sounds too hoity-toity. And yeah, like I said, now with the whole it being a TikTok thing, I'm not even gonna pretend to say that word.
No, we're honk. We're Sardine.
I'll say honk. I'll go honk all day. I'll honk all day if I have to.
We're smart.
We're smart.
We're Rick and Smorty over here. All right, so folks, listeners, we have recently we have changed our the name of the show. It's still Ineffably Sublime, obviously, but I added some SEO stuff at the end of our name, so you may have seen your feed update to where it says Ineffably Sublime, and it says your weekly dose of whatever the fuck it says. Your weekly dose of weird history, news, and curiosity. So that being said, that's something that we've been perpetuating from the beginning of the show, but we stopped doing the original segmented version of the show. So I thought maybe it would be cool if we started off each episode with some kind of fucking wild news story to get the conversation going. So that being said, today is going to be our first time doing that. And our gracious producer has provided us with a fun news story. So we're going to talk about that right off the top.
Right on.
Before we get into the rest, and the rest is going to be, I think we're diving into 80s fashion.
Yes. The lovely 80s. Fucking 80s are rocked.
Oh yeah. Makes me want to go. Makes me want to watch that 80s show, even though I never cared for it.
No, don't watch it.
I like that 90s show though.
Yes. I need to get on that. I don't know.
Season 1
I
was
don't know
awesome.
why. Yeah. Did season 2, I think season 2 did it come out or it's coming out? I saw
think it came out.
It's out? Okay.
I'm not sure though. I didn't hear about it. Like I heard about the first one, so
Yeah.
I'm unsure.
I'm pretty sure. Like I said, hell, I could be wrong too. But I thought, because what the hell was the redhead's name? What was her name? Not Jackie, Donna.
Donna.
What was that? Donna. Whatever her name is in real life. I thought I saw. They said that she directed a couple of these episodes.
Oh, interesting.
Of season 2. Pretty sure. If I'm wrong, then I apologize. But I don't think I am wrong. But then again, I might be.
Let me see. Did it come out? Yeah, it came out in June.
Oh, damn. Boy, it did not get a lot of the man, when that first season came out, that's all I saw was previews and highlights and all sorts of stuff. I don't think I've seen just enough to make me, to trigger something in my head that it was out, possibly.
It looks like season 3 came out this week, according to this.
Really?
I'm confused. I mean, I'm looking at it, and that's what it says. That 90 show, 3 seasons. Season 2 came out June this year, and then season 3 is listed as having come out like 4 days ago.
That 90s show. Yeah, I'm right on the horse's mouth. Season, it says 2024, 3 parts. Part 1. I don't know why they don't come in seasons. Yeah, there's part 1 and there's part 2. And then part 3. So there's 3 parts. So as of right now, there's 24 episodes.
Boy, that's something.
That is something.
They just quietly rolled that shit right out.
Yeah.
The main character's name is Leia.
I did see that.
Leia Foreman.
Yes. That's not a surprise either, on account of how Eric was, on that 70s show, being a big Star Wars fan and everything. But, maybe someday I'll watch it.
Which brings us to our news story. The headline is, and let's see when this is from, August 22nd. So the same day in question that we're talking about that 90s show quietly releasing its 3rd season, a German warship blasted the Darth Vader anthem in the heart of London. And they claim that no deeper message was implied.
Those damn Germans.
I know. This article comes from AP News. And go ahead, Spud. Hit him with the top.
So according to Stephanie Dazio, she wrote, Germany's Navy says there was, quote, no deeper message in the choice to blast the famed Imperial March, Darth Vader's theme song in the Star Wars films, from one of its starships as it cruised down the River Thames through London this week. A bystander captured the spectacle Monday on video, which quickly went viral on social media. The song selection made waves across Europe. The warship was in the area for training and dropped anchor in London for a normal supply stop, the German Navy said. That is wild. That's kind of a dick move, if you ask me. Kind of, it's like, I mean, I know World War II was, a good, 80 years ago, but
Pretty funny. I mean,
It is.
I don't know what they're getting at, but like, just imagine the two guys, like the captain, just like watch this. Like
Yes.
it says the commander can choose the music freely. The Navy said in the statement Thursday. The choice of music has no deeper message. Other video recorded the warship. I don't even know how the fuck you say that.
Braunschweig.
Braunschweig.
Yeah, Braunschweig.
The Braunschweig playing London Calling, the 1979 hit British rock band, The Clash, upon its arrival in London. The song's title is drawn from the BBC World Service Station identification in World War II, and its lyrics include the lines London calling to the zombies of death, quit holding out and draw another breath.
Oh.
Wow.
Huh. Yeah.
The Braunschweig is named for a city in Germany in Germany's Lower Saxony in an area far, far away. Maybe that's why they played it far, far away.
Yeah.
In a galaxy far, far away. From the United Kingdom and the part of the country's newest ocean-going corvettes.
That is wild. Freaking those damn Germans. Wow, that's pretty cool.
So at the bottom, this is dumb. But it says the warship's commander is a big Star Wars fan and an admirer of the legendary musical scores of John Williams. The embassy said in a statement he chooses different Williams tune wherever his ship is visiting in foreign harbor. And then the article ends. It says there's no word whether Anakin Skywalker himself was aboard. That is dumb.
Yeah, she shouldn't have put that last sentence. She just lost all credibility. That's so idiotic.
No word whether or not Qui-Gon Jinn was there. Like come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you should have just stopped at the John Williams quote, and then that was it.
From somebody, it says here the person who wrote this, Stephanie Dazio, which Mitch referred to at the beginning. Dazio covers crime and criminal justice in California for the Associated Press with a focus on LA. So, what? Why is she reporting this?
Yeah, so there must not have been any crime or anything in LA at the time. So they told her, they said, "All right, you got nothing to do. Why don't you hit up this German warship story?"
I wonder if she ends all of her things with a joke.
Maybe. You got to lighten up the murder cases,
I'm looking at another article here. No, it doesn't look like
she didn't find any no humor in a double stabbing or anything.
Apparently not.
No OJ jokes at the end.
She's not even reporting crime.
Well, then what's she reporting?
The next article she reported was this bird species was extinct in Europe and now it's back.
So really, whatever she wants to do in her life with the Associated Press, they're not letting her do it.
And it's another German article. Why is she? What the heck is going on? She's got. Let's see. Taylor Swift. She's got Germany in the boat. She's got birds. She's got baby giraffes at the Berlin Zoo. What? None of it has anything to do with crime.
Expertise, I guess. Huh.
I guess.
So focus. Yeah.
Fascinating.
That is fascinating.
Well, that was a fun little news story. I like that.
Yeah. Just those poor Europeans, just enjoying their day, and then guess what happens next? You start hearing the Vader theme. And then it had to be coming from the Germans too. That didn't make it any better.
The only thing that would have made it like way more badass, not that I'm advocating for it or anything, but like if that happened and then they were like, we're just gonna attack them, like why not? Just play the Vader theme.
Yep. Just start firing.
Like, Captain, should we fire? Be like, hold on a sec. Let me get out my iPad real quick. Like, hold on, and then as soon as I hit play, you can go ahead and start.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Crazy.
Wow. That is.
Talk about giving do you remember when we were talking at work about movies having no soundtrack?
Yeah.
That guy gets it.
That guy does get it.
He's like, I need a soundtrack, to show up.
Yep.
when we pull up on this fucking Corvette of a fucking ship here.
I tell you what, there's nothing better than a good soundtrack. There are some damn good movie soundtracks out there.
Damn right.
There's one that's god awful that can just absolutely burn in hell. I won't say which one it is.
Well, we'll save that for our music episode.
That'll be, yes. Which soundtrack does the Spuds hate with a passion? Because every song sucks.
I would be hard pressed to think that anybody out there that is listening will be able to just guess on a whim which soundtrack Spuds is talking about.
I can't imagine. No.
That would be shocking.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a single movie out there that I hate the entire soundtrack of.
Yeah. Yep. This one, every song can fuck off.
Maybe Les Mis.
I wouldn't even be able to tell you a Les Mis song.
I just hated that whole movie.
Yeah. Never was Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman did that, didn't he?
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's just, I can handle a musical, but when the entire thing is a musical and there's no pause at all, it's all singing. I'm like, no.
Yeah, I'm not a musical guy. Yeah, once singing starts happening in a movie, you kind of lose me for a little bit.
I mean, I can handle about as far as The Greatest Showman goes.
I was just getting ready to say, I think the last and probably the only movie that I cared for and did not cringe when I heard singing was that one. Yeah, that one was pretty decent.
It didn't feel weird because it was about a circus. Like, it just felt fine.
Yeah. I don't know. Just something about when singing starts happening. That's why I'm not looking forward at all to the Joker movie, because they're gonna be, if they're singing in it, I don't know. I'm gonna tap out.
I mean, yeah, from the trailer, it looked like that they may be singing like pop hits. Like, it didn't look like they were going to be singing their own shit.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't compose their own music for it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Oh, what was that movie that Gaga was in with Bradley Cooper? It wasn't like considered a musical. Star is Born.
Yeah,
I could handle that. That was not a bad movie. Not bad at all. But the singing in it was, I mean, it's not like they just broke out and song in a living room or something. You know, they played concerts and stuff, so that's like different.
Yeah, there was a point to it.
Yeah. But yeah, just breaking out in song when you're in a friggin' garage or a house. No. Fuck that.
Not Sardine, not Honk.
It is not Honk at all.
All right, let's see. We're gonna get some 80s shit going on here.
Yeah. Which do we want to go the Marie Claire magazine? I think that's. Yep, that looks like the article we'll go to. Oh yeah, because Good Housekeeping is. Let's see, what do we got? We got Marie Claire. Marie Claire's not a bad magazine. I grew up on that.
And then Rare Historical Photos. That's the only two articles we have for 80s.
Well, I say Marie Claire, here we come. We'll do that one first, and then we'll titty lump over to the historical photos and see. Oh my God, look at those pictures. Fantastic.
Which one?
Marie Claire.
Oh, right at the top?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's baller. This chick over here is dressed like fucking Turbo Man.
Yeah, with that hair. That hair probably took her at least 3 hours to get that standing up like that.
Not gonna lie, my sister-in-law is still living in this era with her hair.
Really?
Yeah. It's impressive.
Yeah, there's Clearfield. Well, yeah, I guess pretty much anywhere around this particular area, you're always going to find at least one person a day that's stuck in the 80s.
That's a
It's
good
a good
era to get
era.
stuck into.
Yeah, if you're gonna get stuck in an era, get stuck in the '80s. I have no problem with it at all.
Yeah. Which is I dig it, man. I'm pretty sure that if reincarnation was a thing or is a thing, then I lived my best years in the 1980s because I am totally obsessed with the era despite having never been born there and
Yep.
never experiencing it. But I just love everything that's come out of the 80s is like my favorite shit ever.
Yeah. I know I've said it on here before many times. I think on my phone I've got, I don't know, 300 and we'll just say 300 songs. I could easily say at least half of them are 80s songs. At least.
Yeah. I mean
You
that
know.
I'm with you. Like
Yep.
we were talking about the other night, Wham. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That song I never loved it as much as I did these past few years since I've known you because you like that Last Christmas so much
Oh,
that
the
it's
best.
so undeniably 80s sounding and then the more
Mhm.
I thought about it, the more I'm like I have no reason not to like this song.
Yeah. Yep.
And I've fallen for it since then. So
Great era. Great era. Wham, yeah. You can't go wrong with a good Wham song. And then I just
but yeah,
downloaded, I think, what was it, just the other day? I just downloaded on the way home from Izzy's tennis match. We had it on Sirius, and I like to put it on. I'm pretty much like 3 channels, 3 stations, 4 stations, 5 stations. I do Turbo, Octane, Lithium for my rockness in me. And then I do 2 eras. I do the 90s and I do the 80s. And on the way home, I think I left it on the 80s station. And there was like 4 songs that I completely forgot about from the 80s. And I'm like, oh my God, I forgot about this band. I forgot about this song. It's a great station. Great station to go to.
heck
But it
yeah,
was,
dude, I fucking love Sirius XM, but I don't every time I have it on, I'm not like big and I listen to the radio at Christmas time. That's about the
yeah.
only time I'll put the radio on because you don't really have a I just like to have it be random, play whatever.
Hmm.
But if I have Sirius XM, I always gravitate toward the comedy channels.
I never even think about going to the comedies.
I like listening to comedians on shuffle pretty much.
You're right.
You know what I mean? Like they just put it on and it's just whatever. It's just it's never one comedian. It's always, 5 or 6 minutes of one guy and then it'll go to someone else and it's like a great way to discover new comedy. It's awesome.
That's kind of cool. I never even would have thought of that.
Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 of them on there and I just always go straight to those. Very rarely do I. Now, recently I went on there for hockey because I was like, "Oh, that's a pretty good place to listen to hockey stuff," but
Yeah.
not too bad. Other than that, I don't really dive into the music. Now, I do like the Christmas channels on there are pretty nice whenever they do come out, but
Hmm.
I'll
Yeah.
have to get on there and just put on 80s someday.
Yep. Go 80s on 8. And it's, oh my God. Yeah. Like I said, it was banger after banger after banger. It was a band completely forgot about. They were called Expose. It was 3 women. It was, uh, there was a lot of those in the 80s where it was just like 3 women. 'Cause you had Expose, you had Bananarama, uh, En Vogue was 4, but that was like almost 90s though. Oh my God, there was another one. I just forgot what their name was. But yeah, like I said, hit that 80s on 8. Sometimes you can find some really good ones.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
That'll
Brian
be
Adams popped up. Brian
ooh,
Adams freaking rocked
love
the
a good
80s.
Brian Adams.
Yep.
Summer of '69 was one of the first songs I listened to or I played on guitar.
Oh, okay.
First songs I learned. I love that song.
That's a great song. That's right up there with one of my favorite Brian Adams songs. Once he got into the 90s, I didn't like him as much because he did the song for, what was it? For Robin Hood, I think. And it was awful. Was it Robin Hood or the Three Musketeers? Because it was him. It was like a trio. It was him, Sting, and I think Rod Stewart. And they did a
Okay.
song. And it was awful. Just awful. It was very popular at the time. I think he did. I think that was Three Musketeers, because then he did a song for Robin Hood, I believe. And it sucked. Yeah, you need to stick. If you go Bryan Adams, just stick with the 80s.
I mean, I'm not like, oh, I usually don't stick with one strict artist when it comes to.
We'll do it with him.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
The number one song of the 80s is Every Breath You Take.
By the Police.
Yeah,
That's almost like a stalker song.
it is kind of, yeah.
Well, it's not kinda. It pretty much is. I don't know why I said kinda. It's like full-fledged. I'm not a lyric guy. Me and Autumn were just talking about this the other day, and I know we've talked about it. I don't like. I'm okay with lyrics. I got my moments, like knowing what lyrics of songs, but I don't really like delve into. Is it divulge?
Yeah. All of the
Delve?
above, brother.
Yeah, okay. I don't do any of that when it comes to like the meaning of a song. Like any of those songs, like, don't you know the meaning of this song? I'm like, no, I just know the words. You know, and then that's all there is to it.
Yeah, I mean, you're not alone there. I've heard people that don't. I've always been very, very attached to lyrics.
Mhm.
They're very important to me, but that's just who I am at my core. Like, because I
Yeah.
was a songwriter. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? And it's funny because I put so much time and effort into it, and nobody ever really cared,
Mhm.
what I was singing about.
Mhm.
Um, just whether or not the music was good. And it's not a very. I don't like playing. I never liked playing for people that were just like, play another Blink-182 song. Be like, bitch, that was
Yeah.
something I wrote. Like, they didn't write that. They just didn't know. Like,
Right.
it's part compliment, part not. Like,
Mhm. Oh, yeah.
so it's like, but lyrics are important. And even just yesterday, I was listening to the two new Blink songs, and I'm following along with the lyrics on Spotify, and I'm like, nope, those are wrong. Those are completely wrong. And I'm like, there I am, like hitting the flag button, like report, report, report. The lyrics are fucking wrong. But like some other people just don't care. They'll go for the rest of their lives thinking that those are the lyrics,
Oh, yeah.
and they don't give a shit.
I don't know. Same here. There was a song called Suicide Blonde by NXS. I always thought it was Soup and Salad Bar, and I'm just going to die on that's the name of the song.
Wow,
NXS sang a song, and it was called Soup and Salad Bar.
that's so funny. It's like okay. Here's another great example. We'll get to the fashion people. Just hold on.
Yeah, yeah,
We need a
but we're
rant.
we're we're in the 80s. I mean, we're
Yeah.
still technically 80s talk, and it's
Um.
all right.
This is another reason why I insist on watching films with subtitles,
Mm.
because it really bothers me not knowing what is said. So I'll go back and rewatch my favorite movies with subtitles to be like, that's what he fucking said there. I never knew that.
Yeah. I'm becoming a subtitle guy. I thought it was because I'm just getting old and I'm getting hard of hearing. And there's usually like sometimes there's conversations around when I'm watching something. But no, and what was that, Ryan at work? We were sitting there watching something. And I said, this movie needs some subtitles. He's like, are you a subtitle guy? I said, I am. I said, I feel like and that's my initial thought was, I feel like the older I'm getting, the more I need subtitles because I just flat out can't hear. But man, it is much nicer with subtitles because you know exactly what they're saying.
Like only for movies or TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
The only time I don't have it on is for the news, for hockey, or for like if I'm watching something like Ghost Adventures, you know what I mean? Because then
Yeah.
like the subtitles interrupts what you're seeing on the screen,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and it
Oh yeah.
pisses me off.
Yeah. Never do subtitles for a live event like sports because
Right.
it's so far behind, and it sometimes if you want a good laugh because there's a lot of spelling errors and grammatical errors and stuff like that. But yeah, never do it for sports. Yeah, never do it for a live event. But yeah, subtitles are sweet.
Yeah, definitely something that is necessary for Netflix.
Yes. Absolutely.
I wish that
Absolutely
I could
agree.
do it in the movie theater. I know I would piss everybody off, but I would love that.
Oh, I
Love
think
it.
that would be great. Yep. Yeah, because a lot of times it's like, well, what did he say? Like, how did he? What do you mean? You know, and because um, Clearfield's movie theater, at least from years ago, their sound system was very subpar. Uh, so like for the Infinity War and for all the movies that I saw at that time at Clearfield, the whole sequel trilogy, the Marvel movies. Uh, there were a lot of times I didn't understand what they were saying because the sound was just the quality was not good. So it took till I watched it at home to finally realize, oh, that's what he said. Yep, that's my one downfall with Clearfield. But like I told you the other day, they got new owners. We're gonna go see Beetlejuice. Evidently, we're still doing it when it comes out. I'll believe it when I see it. But we'll probably just go here to Clearfield. I know they're updating a lot of things in there, so hopefully the
It got
sound will be better.
7 out of 10 on IGN.
I can live with 7 out of 10. I
Yeah,
can
it
live
said
with
it's
that.
like it is a legacy sequel, is what they're saying about it.
Okay. You know what they
Which is
said about Ghostbusters 2 when it came out? They called it a legacy, or did they call it a fan service or something? I can't remember.
it's pretty similar in terms, like
Yeah.
um yeah, it's basically it's a great sequel. It's a serviceable sequel. It's not any better or any worse than the first, is the way I'm taking that.
I'll take that. I love it. Yep. I'm all
Yeah,
for
so
that.
I think that's pretty fucking cool. If you can
Yep.
achieve that,
Mm-hmm.
which is how I feel about something like Super Troopers, you know what I mean? Something that captures lightning in a bottle like that, and you come out with a sequel, and you're like, yeah, the sequel is as good
Mm-hmm.
as the first one,
As good. Yep. Yep.
and that's fine.
And I hope you're wrong in what you heard about how much you're gonna see Beetlejuice in this. Because
That came from directly from Michael Keaton's mouth on Jimmy Fallon.
that's right. You did say that it came straight from him.
And
Damn
now
it.
I don't know if that's what ended up happening, but that's
Yeah.
what he told me that he told Tim Burton to do.
Okay. Because fun
So
fact for everybody that don't know what we're talking about, I just saw this. I think it was last week that for Beetlejuice for the people that have watched it, it's what, an hour? I'd say it's like an hour and 45-minute long movie, hour and a half, somewhere around in there. But Michael Keaton, Beetlejuice, is only in it for 17 minutes. That's it. And it just feels like, it obviously feels like it's much longer. But that is ridiculously short amount of time. Well, I think even, what was it? I think they said Star Wars, like A New Hope. Like Vader's only in it for like 20 minutes, if even that. Like
yeah,
he's in it like a very, very short amount of time. Just, I guess you could probably maybe do that with a lot of movies. I
yeah. I
guess you
mean,
could say a lot.
here's a great example. You have something as big as Avengers Endgame. A
Mhm.
$1 billion movie. You got Pepper Potts, 4 minutes seconds. Falcon, 4 minutes 30 seconds. Gamora, 4 minutes 45 seconds. Captain Marvel, 6 minutes. You know what I mean? And then it goes up
Oh,
from there. Rocket has 8 minutes.
man,
War Machine, 9 minutes. Thanos, only 12 minutes total.
really?
Yeah, Ant-Man, 13 minutes. Nebula,
Oh,
16 minutes. Like,
that's ridiculously short amount of time.
right. The Hulk, 20 minutes total. Thor, 21 minutes total.
And that's,
In a 3-hour movie, Captain America, 30 minutes.
god damn.
Same thing with Iron Man, 35 minutes in a 3-hour movie, pretty much.
And if you would have asked me, I'd have been like, oh, probably at least half the movie, they would have been in it. Because that's just what it feels like.
It's just, yeah, that's just the way that
Wow.
when you take a few minutes of movie, that's why movies are so weird.
Mm-hmm.
because so much happens in such a short amount of time that you just don't even realize it. Like,
Yep.
you
Oh,
take
my.
something like Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm sure it's pretty much the same thing.
Mhm.
But like they get paid all that money for what? Like,
Yeah.
20 minutes of
20 minutes of airtime.
showing up. Like, it's crazy.
Wow. That's amazing. Amazing. But the Beetlejuice, that was a great way to end the 8. Or no, was it? I don't think Beetlejuice was 88. Because I think Keaton
Yep, you're
did
right.
Beetlejuice,
88.
and yeah, because then it was when Beetlejuice came out, I believe is right about the time, like when Beetlejuice was in theaters, was when everyone caught wind that Michael Keaton got picked as Batman. And people were just, I mean, there was no internet to have, to be a buzz about it. But I still remember it being talked about on, like Entertainment Tonight and things on TV, and, it would be like in the newspapers, and people were not happy about that. I was, because I always loved Michael Keaton.
Right.
Yeah, but I could see why people would think that he wouldn't be a good fit, and he fit perfectly, as we've talked about on here.
Well,
But Michael Keaton was, I don't want to say he was the 80s, but man, he had some bangers in the 80s.
well, in the interest of our topic today, Michael Keaton I think it was on Jimmy Fallon, was talking about when he got the role of Beetlejuice and how he was like sitting there talking to Tim Burton. He's like, I really like this guy, but I don't understand what the fuck he's talking about. I don't understand this character. I don't get it. So I guess he like went home, and he said he was living in this weird, house and didn't have any furniture. So he like called the costume department and was like, bring me costumes from just every era of every year. He goes, I'll just figure this shit out. And he so Beetlejuice's costume is like an amalgamation of the wildest shit that Michael Keaton could come up with.
Really?
Yeah, he
That's
just
pretty cool.
he made it all, which is weird to me. It seems wrong because the Beetlejuice cartoon,
Oh, I remember the cartoon.
you know what I mean, was out in the 70s.
Oh, not that cartoon. I don't remember that one.
I'm pretty sure it was out in like the late 70s. Oh no, never mind.
I was gonna say the only Beetlejuice cartoon I remember is from the late 80s. Like,
Never mind.
oh,
Yeah,
wait.
I was wrong. It came out after the movie came out. So
Okay.
yeah, Michael Keaton made that outfit. He created that for Beetlejuice.
That's wild. I'm telling you, Michael Keaton. He's probably, I've never really made a list of like my favorite actors. I would definitely have him in my top 5 without a doubt.
Oh, for sure.
Yep, without a
With
doubt.
Jim Carrey, Michael Keaton, John Cusack.
I would probably have Kit Carey up there. I don't know if I would have John Cusack in mine. I do like him.
I just always cared. I always liked him.
Yeah. Oh man.
And I seen the trailer for Sonic the Hedgehog 3 that coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Did I talk to you about that?
Yes, because you said he's playing the
his grandfather.
And is it grand? Okay, because I think you told me you thought it was his father.
That's what I heard too, but it's a real old guy, so I'm not really sure. But so I heard someone this morning say that it was his grandfather.
Oh, he cracked me up in that first Sonic movie. I mean, he always cracks me up. He's fucking hilarious.
You know that scene where he gets the Sonic's quill or whatever you want to call it, and he licks it?
Yeah.
So in the new trailer, Sonic, they're fighting Shadow the Hedgehog, and they're like, well, there's only one way that we can beat this guy, so they have to team up with Robotnik.
Okay.
So they go to get him, and he's all fat and shit, and and he's like, I'll help you under one condition. And then the very next scene, he's holding the quill, and he licks it, and he goes, oh, let's go. It's so funny.
So I haven't watched.
He's been chasing that high for years.
See, I haven't watched the second one, but I've seen, I've seen clips of it. And I remember watching the first one shortly after because I was so excited for the sequel to Coming to America was coming out on Prime, and I was so excited for it, and it sucked so bad. And then literally the next night I watched Sonic, and then I think I put something on Facebook. I said, "What kind of world do we live in where I enjoyed Sonic the Hedgehog infinitely more than I did this Coming to America?" Because that Sonic movie, I was so surprised at how much I liked that.
It was great.
Yeah. Now, like I said, I haven't watched the second one yet, but oh my God, some of that shit that he did in that first one. Oh, God damn, was he funny.
The second one was pretty good, if I remember correctly. I don't know if I've actually watched it. But the third one looks like it's fixing to be fucking great. Keanu Reeves is in it.
Well, that's right. I did hear that.
And I'm sitting there watching it. I'm like, who is doing the voice for Shadow? I was like, I don't know who that is, but it sounds familiar. I look it up. It's fucking Keanu. I'm like, dude, hell yeah. It's got Idris Elba, Keanu, and what's that? What's his fucking? Oh, Jim Carrey, and then that other kid, the guy who played John Ralphio. He's the voice of Sonic.
Yep, John Ralphio. Yep, love John Ralphio. That's a great character.
Hell yeah. So I'm like pumped. I'm gonna have to watch the second one so I can like get excited for the third one.
Exactly. Yep.
Which is great because very rarely do video game movies suck. They're always terrible. But this one has done it right.
Yeah, I can't even think of a good one.
I mean, I like Mario. You didn't, but I did.
I shouldn't say I didn't like it. It's just it bored me so much that I fell asleep and then I woke up to the end credits. So, I should try it. Maybe I'll try it again when I'm more alert.
They should. I mean, here's my thing, and maybe it's just my inner nerd talking, but I really feel like with Sonic, with Mario, and with a movie like Detective Pikachu, they are really, really grinding themselves up for a Super Smash Brothers movie.
There you go.
Which would be fucking baller.
That would be. Yeah, I'd be all right. I'd probably look into that one.
Yeah, because like I love Super Smash Brothers, and like I just think it'd be really cool, if they got everybody together. Because like Detective Pikachu, I know that it's not everybody's favorite thing, but I've always been a big Pokemon fan. That movie was nuts.
See, I had no desire to watch that.
I mean, I
was never a Pokemon guy, so that didn't tickle my my fancy.
But what's funny about that movie? I don't know if I ever told you this. At the very beginning of the movie, they have a weird Easter egg where Pikachu is watching Angels with Filthy Souls.
The hell is that?
That's the movie from Home Alone that he's watching.
Oh.
Which was created for Home Alone. Nothing else.
Yeah. Like I said, that wasn't even a real movie.
So the beginning
I didn't know that.
Like, why the fuck is he watching this?
Yeah.
So random.
I like when that must be like a Ryan Reynolds thing. Because the shit that did you see the because in Deadpool he throws a lot of John Candy references. Because in the first one he's reading a book, and it's the same book that John Candy's reading in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. It's called The Canadian Mounted. It's like a it's like a dirty Canadian book.
That's
and
funny.
Then did you see they show an Easter egg of when I don't know if we talked about this, when they're in the void and they're walking. I think they're walking to the cornfield. You can see really quickly the car that was burned up. The car. You can see really quickly the car and the big chest that Del Griffin always walked around with. You see it it's like super quick.
Yeah, I remember seeing. I saw a screenshot of it.
Yeah, but that must be, like I said. I think Reynolds likes to throw little 80s, Easter eggs out there,
which is awesome. Keep John Candy alive, man.
Hell yeah. Yep. Keep the 80s alive. And speaking of keeping the 80s alive,
Ooh,
How
good
about that
segue.
for a fucking segue? I segued the shit out of
You
that.
did. That was like it was what you were born to do.
I think so.
The 80s are often maligned. Wow, what a word.
They are maligned.
Maligned. I heard a word. Holy shit. I heard a word today,
Uh-huh.
yesterday. I've never heard it. Have you ever heard of I don't even know how to say it. Aplomb?
Aplomb. Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, that's a yeah. I really don't know what it means. It means aplomb, self-confidence or assurance, especially when in demanding situation.
What in the hell?
Yeah.
I've never
Or
heard that word, and I was like, I
I
don't even know how to use it properly.
yeah. Yeah. I say we do our podcast with great aplomb.
Self-confidence or assurance, especially when it. Yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah. Yeah. This
So wild.
the ineffably sublime podcast is quite a plum. Yeah, it's one of those words I've heard it a couple times, but
I just
yeah,
heard it casually dropped
yeah.
in a I was watching Alien Encounter on HBO Max,
Mm.
which is like nothing. It's so funny. I mean, there's the guy the host of the show, his name is Mitch Horowitz, and it's just people. I would be so if you've never watched it, it's kind of entertaining, but it's these two people. They're in a bar in Roswell, New Mexico. All right, and they're just sitting there, and they've called upon all these people with credible evidence of UFOs, and these people drive or travel hours, 12 hours sometimes, to this bar to present their evidence to these two, and they've already been presented with the evidence, so they know the answer, but these people still show up to this show to either get a credit worthy response and saying you saw a UFO, and they're like, wow, thank you, and that's pretty much all that happens, or they're saying you did not see a UFO, what you saw was a weather balloon, and they're like, fuck you, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
And then they leave anyway, like like pissed off because that's not what they like. Fucking travel. One guy's like, I traveled 12 hours straight on a bus to get here, only to be told what you saw was a satellite.
Oh
And the
my
guy's like,
God.
nope, 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 I don't like it.
Oh wow.
But yeah, so this guy just drops the word aplomb. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, never heard that before.
Yeah, it's a great word. We'll use it. We'll try to pop it in here once in a while.
So the 80s are often maligned for being a bad fashion decade, which isn't entirely fair. 80s fashion brought us a bunch of styles that come back into vogue from time to time. Ooh, this is big words.
Yeah.
Thanks to our cyclical fashion cycles,
Jesus.
the oversized blazer, the sharp skirt, the sharp skirt suit, or the love of a neon shirt, or belt or jacket shoes, if you get it, or you get it. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Belt or jacket shoes?
Wait, okay. The sharp skirt shirt, the love of neon shirt, or belt or jacket or shoes. You get it. It's basically saying the 80s was filled with neon. Like neon, saying like neon belt, neon jacket, neon shoes. And then she's like, you get it. Like, yeah, yeah. The 80s was very neon based.
Gotcha. So this was also the moment for curly-haired women to go big and unabashedly bold. Wow.
Yeah.
With their hairstyling, which led to some impressively high hairdos and a lot of joyful, albeit over-the-top, perm situations.
Huh. Yeah.
So,
Boy, Catherine's really throwing out the. We should let's give Catherine Joey, you know, the cred for this article that we're gonna go, and then with these big ass words that she's throwing at us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the word unabashedly.
Unabashedly. Oh my God! We might have to read this second paragraph. I'll read the second paragraph.
Okay.
Because there's a hairstyle in here that I just love. Okay, so the true challenge of the 80s was often the sheer volume and maximization of it all. If we wanted colorful jewelry, we wore piles of necklaces, plus some bangles on our wrists just in case. If we wanted a mullet, that's what I wanted to say, we went with short and teased on the top and then long and straight on the bottom. The fun of the 80s was also its biggest challenge, not ever going halfway ever. No, they never. Nothing in the 80s was ever gone halfway. It was full. It was full ass. There was no half-assing.
Full ass.
Full ass.
I love it.
Yep. So let's go. Let us go. Oh, yep. The very first was definitely that'd probably be the number one thing. I'd say maybe number 2 fashion of the 80s.
The windbreaker.
Was the windbreaker.
Really?
Yep. Windbreakers. Everybody had a windbreaker. Everybody. I can't think of a single person in the 80s that did not have a windbreaker. Wind didn't stand a chance in the 80s. The wind was broken in the 80s.
The wind was broken.
The wind was complete. Yeah, the 80s, there was no wind because everybody had a windbreaker.
I love it. I would wear this, Amanda. Amanda just posted this in the group or in the chat. This is great.
Let's see.
A full-on windbreaker tracksuit. Fuck
yes. Oh my God. Oh my God. That is. You saw about every third or fourth person you would see in the 80s wore something just like that.
Dude, all of them are fucking awesome.
Oh my God, there's more down here, isn't there? Son of a bitch. Look at those.
Top notch.
Oh, I think I like this one here though, the one that pops up first. I believe that's teal. Would that be teal and purple and pink?
Yep.
Yeah. I think teal really made its appearance in the 80s. Teal was a great color. Great
Good
fucking
old
color.
Teal, man.
Yep.
It stayed around for the 90s too.
Yes, it did. Yeah, the 90s were pretty much windbreaking time too.
The 90s was, dare I say, unabashedly teal.
Yes. People wore it with great aplomb.
Damn.
Yeah.
Very.
I don't even know. Do they even make what is considered a modern day windbreaker? Like, can we go to Amazon and type in windbreak, current, that looks present, looks, from this era, not in neon.
I mean, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure you can get
It feels like something I don't even hear anybody even talk about anymore. Oh, there we go.
Here we go.
Champions men's jacket, stadium packable wind. Let's visit that site, shall we?
Champion.
Okay. So it's really just all right. So there is still such a thing as windbreakers.
I mean, I have this is packable. Okay. I have I don't know if you want to call it a windbreaker per se, but it is like a raincoat.
See, okay, so I have a raincoat.
But mine is it can fold up into a really small pouch.
Oh, one of those, you lucky bastard.
I just bought it on Amazon. It was like $20. It was pretty cool. Nice. I just fold it up and you can throw it in your backpack.
Yeah, I'd lose it somehow. So I guess
the only
maybe
thing I don't like about it is that it's pullover. It's a pullover windbreaker thing. So if you're out in the rain, it works extremely well. But when you go to take it off, it is just stoked.
I hate pullovers. I had a really cool New York Yankee jacket growing up, but it was a pullover. And like you said, when it was wet, you would try to take it off, and you would get just as wet if you just stood out there in the rain than trying to take the damn thing off. And then it's that whole shit of, you're pulling it up and then the shirt goes with you. So there your gut hangs out and your nipples are hanging out, and then you got to pull your shirt down because your pullover, your shirt got stuck with your pullover. I hated the pullover.
It reminds me of, Amanda, see if you can find Mitch, I don't know. Hopefully, you know what I'm talking about. Everybody had this one jacket, and it was like a pullover. It was a full on fucking winter coat, right? And it was a pullover, and it had like a pouch in the front.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
What the fuck? What are those?
Yeah.
They mine. I had one. I want to say I had a Penn State one, but I feel like I also had the one with the Hornet on it. Why was that so popular?
Everybody loved this. It was the Charlotte Hornets. Was it like a teal color?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they had just came out like in the early 90s. And everybody loved Kerwinsville. We had a shit ton of Charlotte Hornets people wearing those.
Not quite. It's almost like that. It was so much like, it was definitely, you say Charlotte Hornets?
Yep, it was the Charlotte Hornets.
That's so funny. I know I had like a Penn State one, and because I always kept my Walkman in it.
Yeah,
that's so funny. I can remember standing at the old Du Bois Walmart, just standing at the front, being like, "Wow, this is so cool that I have this pouch here." Like,
and I'm gonna say you probably got it. The place to get those things, it was a store called That's My Team, and it was in the Du Bois. There was one in the Clearfield Mall and one in the Du Bois Mall. I loved going in there, because it had so many cool sports stuff.
I've never even heard of that.
Oh, I tried to work there every year that I was able to work, and I could never do it. I'm trying to find. Oh, there it is. There it is. Look at that son of a bitch. I think that's what I had. Now, how in the hell do I send this to the? Well, see, I'm stupid. I don't know how to do. Oh my God, it's on eBay right now for $100. All right, here you go, buddy. Here you go. That is exactly what I had, because it zippered like halfway. But yeah, the Charlotte Hornets. I can think of, oh my God, I can think of 3 kids right in my class, right off the top of my head, that had Charlotte Hornets pullover jackets.
So funny. It's so. Why were they so popular? I've never even heard of them.
I don't know. I think it might have been the colors and the logo. I have no idea, because I was a Bulls fan. So because I was a Bulls fan because of Michael Jordan, and it seemed like in this area, you were either a Bulls fan or a Lakers fan. But then, for some reason, when that team came out, they loved the colors, and then everyone wanted to be a Charlotte Hornets fan.
So funny.
Yep. But yep, the old windbreaker.
So that's very 90s of that. So
yeah.
But
yep. So now I guess this isn't a fashion, it's more of a hairstyle of the 80s, was the crunchy curls. And there's a photo of young Madonna, who was hot. Man, I wanted to do things with her.
That's Madonna?
Yeah, that's Madonna. That's young Madonna. That was
Crunchy
like
curls.
a virgin year. Yeah, that was before she got all freaky in the 90s, and then she looks like a freaking wax figure now. But she was smoking. Let's say we have a wealth of ways to style curly hair these days, but back in the 80s, that technology and the hair products simply wasn't there. If you weren't brushing out your waves and wearing them in a big poofy ball, you were adding gel and getting major crunch factor. If anyone's pulling it off, it's Madonna. But the rest of us trying to get the definition were left with shiny, wet-looking, nearly immovable curls that barely budged in even the biggest gust of wind. So if you curled your hair right and you wore a windbreaker, you would survive any hurricane or tornado. You would have just stood there, been like, fuck you, I got this.
And what did they use, according to Amanda? Aquanet.
Yes, Aquanet. My God, there was so much Aquanet in our house growing up.
So your house smelled like Aquanet and Curve.
Well, Curve wasn't until much later.
Oh, okay.
The cologne that I had There was two, and I think I told this story the first time. My mom got me a bottle of Versace, but I didn't know it was Versace. It's all I saw it said was Versace. I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, I got Versace cologne, and it stunk too. It was terrible. But my first one that I really used and liked would have been circa 1990, 91. It was called Preferred Stock. That was my first cologne of choice.
Yeah, there it is. Versace's a 1980s classic.
Yeah. I think my mom got it on discount, and it was terrible. And yeah, like I said, I had no idea what it was. I thought it was Versace.
Yeah. What's Depp hair gel?
Oh my God, I forgot about Depp. Yeah. Yeah, there was some of that in our house too.
Me being a 90s baby, it was all about the L'Oreal. L'Oreal everything.
L'Oreal. What about there was another one we had, LA Looks, it was called.
Oh, that's probably still popular.
Yeah. Yep. That LA Looks might have been more 90s. But Aquanet was the shit. I mean, I would know because I didn't wear it, use it, I guess. Look at that. Oh my God, the curly hair. Yeah, Madonna. I'm telling you, man. Old school Madonna was the way to go. Then, like I said, in the 90s, she got kind of weird. She got hooked up with Dennis Rodman, and she did like weird little S&M kind of videos, and I think she walked around LA one time just butt-ass naked for a photo shoot.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Let's see. Next up, we got Princess Di and her noisy sunglasses, it's called.
Look at those.
I would wear those today.
Yeah.
I like a good sunglass.
Yeah, sunglasses, yeah. I've never really been able to wear sunglasses. I've had glasses since I was like, I don't know, 9 years old. But there's the time that I was able to go contacts. Yeah, I liked a good sunglass. Never too flashy. Not like Princess Di's here.
You're right. It is another great example of a cyclical fashion trend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would wear those today. Those look pretty cool.
Yeah. There's a wrestler out right now. He wears sunglasses that almost look just like that. There's two of them actually that wear very loud sunglasses like this.
Wow.
Yep. That's
one of my favorite ways to describe clothing. There was this kid that worked at Domino's, and he would always wear just the most insane shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And every time he'd walk in the door, I'd always be like, I could hear you walking in. I could hear your shoes. They're so fucking loud. He'd be like, what does that mean? Like, he was young. They never heard that before. And he would wear the most ridiculous clothes. And I'm like, dude, it looks like you raided my grandma's house and turned all of her furniture into clothing. And he would get so pissed. But that's what he wore. It was so weird. I was like, you're wearing the strangest shit. Like you're going to a blacklight rave. So this is my style choice. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, more power to those people that can do it. I always felt like those people were like purposely doing it just to get attention. Like they wanted people to stare at them. Then when people would stare at them, they'd be like, well, why are you staring at me? It's like, well, you know why everyone's staring at you. It's because you're dressed like a fucking weirdo.
Oh, I love it. It's so funny. All right, what's next? Mom jeans.
Oh, mom jeans. Those, that's from the 80s. They're never going away. I mean, I feel like mom jeans have always been around, they'll always be around. It's just they look different.
I have one of my favorite bands right now. Their name is Mom Jeans.
Really? Is it a female group or
no? They're just like a bunch of guys.
Dudes called Mom Jeans. Wow.
Amanda says they're definitely back. I'm a big fan. Keeps that baby fat belly tucked in. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you gotta, yeah, the high waisted jeans.
Yep. Yep. High waisted. Yeah, when I see these jeans in this picture, it's just like these are just jeans. They're just what everybody. Yeah, Autumn's starting to wear. Her jeans are starting to go up. They're hiking up pretty high. What's she call the protector fupa? I can't stand that word. It cracks me up, but it's still. I had to
Oh,
Google it the one time because somebody said about fupa, and I'm like, what the fuck is a fupa? And I looked it up, and I'm like, oh, it was on Impractical Jokers. That's what it was, because they were doing something, and then they said it, and I'm like, what the hell is that? Hey, you
wow.
got to do what you ladies got to do what you got to do. I mean, if I had something like that, I try to hide my moobs, my man boobs. Those drive me nuts. Because anytime I
I
see a picture of myself, I'm like, oh my god, I'm like my boobs are getting like ski slopes now. Like it's driving me nuts. I need to start doing push-ups or something.
or
Like, hey,
yeah, I don't know, man. I've just embraced it. It's whatever. They're not going
yeah,
anywhere.
yeah, true,
I feel
true.
like it's hard. I feel like it's harder to stop eating what I want to eat than it is to work out or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm
Or
trying to say.
yeah, yeah. Oh, and then
Yeah.
here, so did I interrupt you? I'm sorry.
Who?
You.
No.
I didn't think so. All right. So next is pretty much the 80s. It's neon. Neon on neon is what she says. Let's see. Color blocking, while a great aesthetic tool, got taken to some pretty intense extremes in the 80s. Neon, while in and of itself a fun pop of color, became the whole color scheme during this decade. Neons basically became a new neutral. Neutral, Jesus. Note here the matching shoes, socks, belts, earrings, and bag. Probably her underwear is probably neon too, and her bra. Styled for a photo shoot or magazine feature is fine, but imagine taking this exact vibe to a high school environment. Absolutely not the look we need to recreate ever again. I would agree.
I mean, yeah, not like for a. Yeah, it's a little loud.
Yeah, yeah. It's I really, in all honesty, I don't think I really was huge into neon. I know my shoes had neon shoelaces. I think I did have one windbreaker that had some neon. But I don't think I was more of a denim guy. I was a Canadian tuxedo man.
Good old denim.
I loved a jean jacket. I remember having a jean jacket almost all through elementary school.
Which, yeah, we talked about on the last one. Jean jackets. They're,
Yeah.
they were around for decades. Like,
Oh yeah. Yep.
they weren't going anywhere. I remember growing up, my mom gave me a backpack that was 100% denim.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And it was so nice because it was worn in like a pair of jeans. Like,
Oh yeah.
it was just this like floppy fucking bag. Like, it was dope.
That sounds dope.
I
Sounds
loved
super
it.
dope. Super
So
dope.
next up, we have another picture of Princess. She was
Wow.
something, man. That is
She
quite.
was.
This was a large, big collar. It says a collar. This thing looks like. What the fuck is that, dude? That looks insane.
That's like a crazy ass doily.
I would. Oh my god! It's like a
That's one of those
cloud.
Yeah, if going back to wind, I think if a gust of wind hit her just right, she could literally fly away. How big those collars are.
That is nuts, dude. Why would anybody put that on and be like, yeah. All right, society, let's fucking go.
It's like I like this little green and white blouse that I'm wearing. You know what I need to do? Cover 3/4 of it up with just a fucking white ass collar. That looks like snowman. Looks like then like almost looks like that it angles down to a bunch of maybe it's a Christmas related blouse that she's wearing because it looks like snowflakes.
I don't even know. It
I don't
does look
either.
like a bib.
Yeah, it's huge.
Why?
Yeah, look at
What
that
is
feathered hair too. That feather. If you didn't have the crinkle curly hair, Then you feathered your hair like a son of a bitch like that.
Dude, look at this fucking picture in the chat. I love it.
Let's see here. Yeah. That looks like my sister. My sister's hair and all of that. Look at the collar up like that.
Straight out of the
down.
Starcourt Mall, brother.
Wow. Like I can hear Duran Duran playing as she's smiling there.
Just through the radio waves of her braces.
Yeah, yep.
Dang.
Big ass glasses.
Didn't they say that? Didn't they say that people back then used to pick up radio waves in their braces?
I think that's I've heard stuff about that.
Lucille Ball. Yeah, Lucille Ball was famous for it.
Oh my god, that chick, that is fantastic.
I love it. Collar popped, ready to fucking rock.
Yep. And she probably, damn well, she looked at herself in the mirror and she's like, I look fucking fly today. Or groovy. I guess what
groovy. Fucking fly.
She's like totally tubular, man.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's awesome. It's like Molly Ringwald.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's great value, Molly Ringwald there. Clover Valley. Molly
Ringwald.
Oh.
Clover Valley. Dude, that's my favorite thing from this year, I think. It's the Clover Valley.
Which, like I said, I hate shitting on Clover Valley because their potato chips are freaking awesome. I almost like the Clover Valley chips more than I like Lay's and Ruffles.
It's just so fun. It's just such a funny name for
Clover Valley.
Just for like a generic thing. Clover Valley.
Oh, son of a bitch. All right. So what do we got next? Now we got the scrunchie. There's a young Sarah Jessica Parker. Let's see. The scrunchie as a hairpiece has come in and out of favor, and with good reason. It's a fun and functional choice. What I'm referring to here is the scrunchie at the very top of the... Oh, okay. Now I get what she's saying with the scrunchie. All right. For some reason, I was thinking she was talking about the hairdo. And I was like, I don't think the scrunchie was a hairdo. All right, so... Yeah, it was the scrunchies were very, very popular. Yeah, because she's like, how she says it here. We didn't want to do a ponytail and we didn't want to wear our hair down, so let's just do this. So you just kind of got it foofied on top there.
All of my ads on the side of the page have turned into 90s or 80s jumpsuits. That's great. Yeah, so yeah, good old scrunchie. I mean, scrunchies are still around. Like,
yeah, yep.
Some things never die, man.
Yeah. We have, oh my God, I think we have about 10 scrunchies in this house alone. Just like sitting in the living room. Nice velvet scrunchie.
Velvet. God. Suede.
Yeah. That's off of a Seinfeld. There was a girl that Jerry dated and Kramer had the hots for, and he wanted her to get a velvet scrunchie. He said, he's like, you know what would make her look good? A velvet scrunchie. And then he catches her one day wearing one.
What's the name of his character from UHF?
Stanley Spadowski was his character's name in
what
UHF.
A fucking name drop.
He was the janitor. And then they gave him a job and he had his own show. It was the Stanley Spadowski show. And I still remember when they do like the opening credits and he pulls this long big thing out of his nose. It was just so gross.
Stanley Spadowski.
How I knew that like that.
Just
well, I feel
like it was nothing.
Yeah. Because we were talking Weird Al. And then you were just like, did you ever see that movie? I said, yeah, UHF. And I'm like, yeah, Kramer. He was Stanley Spadowski. And I can't tell you the name of any of the other characters. I have no clue what Weird Al's character's name was. But Fran Drescher was in that too.
Was she?
Yeah. She was his love interest. And then there was the old guy. I said, I don't know any of their names. But I knew Michael Richards' name was Stanley Spadowski.
His name was George Newman.
Oof. I never would have guessed that. It was a great movie, though. Such an 80s movie.
Fran Drescher. I can't believe she was in that.
Yep. Fran Drescher was in there.
Hello, Newman. I love it.
Oh,
that's funny. All right. I'm losing track here. All right. So next up is stirrups.
Pants. Yeah, the stirrup pants.
Ugly motherfuckers.
Here's a fun fact that I used to do. Back when I wanted to play. Okay, so stirrups. That's kind of what it looked like for baseball. You had stirrups. So when I would try to pretend to be a baseball player, when I'd play like make believe, I would grab my sister's pants and I would put them on because it looked like stirrups.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Is there footage of it anywhere?
Absolutely not. I don't think.
Damn.
Yeah. Pretty sure there isn't. There is a couple pictures of me with curly hair dressed up in a dress and makeup. There's photo evidence of that.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because I had two older sisters and an older stepsister, and my parents at the time, well, I don't know why I said parents at the time. I guess they were parents all the time. But at the time, I guess that's what I meant to say. At that time, my parents' best friends, they had two daughters. So when we all got together, it was me surrounded by 5 girls, at the very least 5 years older than me. So whatever they wanted to do to me, I had no control. So it would turn into, well, at this time I was Michael, because I hadn't gone by Mitch. They said, let's turn Michael into a girl. And then they curled my hair, makeup, all sorts of shit. I guess I allegedly went through a phase where I told people the only way they could call me by name was by Michelle.
Oh, that makes sense.
Does it?
I mean, for if you're trying to change your name to a female.
Yeah. Yep. I wanted to go by Michelle. I don't remember that. I remember being forcibly, having makeup put on my face and I still remember my sister curling my hair. And I remember I did something. I don't remember what I did, but it pissed her off. It was a hot ass curling iron. And she cracked me right in the head with the curling iron. Tell me to hold still or to shut up or something. Yeah, I still remember that to this day. Anywho.
Forcibly cross-dressed.
Yep.
Damn.
Yep. So yeah, good stirrup pant.
In the same vein as stirrup pants, Amanda has said rolled cuffs on your jeans. So rolling your jeans up.
Oh, yes.
An instant classic.
Yes. It took me... I think I had to have kids show me how to... I could not figure out how to do it. Because what was it? I feel like this went into the 90s too, where after you rolled them up, didn't you put your socks over top of them?
I don't know. I never did it, so...
Oh, look at that. Easy hack to fold your jeans like the 80s. See, I think I could probably... Oh, it's not letting me play. Why wouldn't it let me watch it? Oh. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it might have just been a Curwensville thing, though, too. Because it was, you rolled them up just a little bit. And then if you had long socks, you would put the socks over top of it. You didn't have to. You didn't have to do it. But it could be done.
I feel like that would bother me.
Oh, it sucked. I didn't like it at all, but I wanted to fit in, so I did it too.
Like the boots that that Nate wears.
Yeah.
Like he was like, oh, you just gotta, because I had them that one time. He's like, you just gotta roll your socks over the top of the boots. I'm like,
I can't do that. He told me to do that too. It pull my hairs, the socks that I have.
Weird.
Yeah. Yep, I can't do it, so I just let the socks roll down, and I'll just hike. I got new socks now, and they're kind of staying up on my skinny little legs. because he had mentioned that to me the one time back when I first got those first set of boots that I had. He's like, well, just do what I do, just fold. And I was like, all right. I lasted about 15 minutes, and then it kept pulling my leg hairs. And I'm like, I can't do it. And it felt weird too. Because you have your socks, and then all of a sudden you feel open air hitting your shins, and it just felt weird too. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's a little strange.
Yeah, I do love the slip-on boots though. I'm never if I go the rest of my life not tying any shoes, I'll be fine. Like anytime I look for shoes anymore, it's like, what do they got in slip-on? Like I just find tying shoes to be such a hassle.
It really is.
Yep.
If
Velcro makes a comeback, I'll Velcro.
But my dad wore Velcro shoes for my whole life.
Nice.
Now he's into just laceless.
Yeah. Yeah. And it sucks because we were just at a Nike outlet when we were down at the beach. And there were some really cool Nike shoes. But it set me off because I'm like, ugh. Like, that means I'm going to have to bend over and tie my shoes. And I'm not one of those that can just slide my feet in. Like, I don't, like, I feel like what's the back of the shoe? Is that the heel of the shoe or the foot of is that what they call that? The part that goes on your heel. I guess it would be the heel of the shoe.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like sliding my feet in to an already tied shoe. I hate it. I hate it.
They have these new ones now that are built for just slipping in. Like the back of the heel there is like super high reinforced, and it's like slippery.
Yeah, I saw. Was it Skechers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're ugly as shit.
Yeah. They are.
But I think they're cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, what's next? Headbands.
Speaking of cool headbands, baby. Look, that's Diana Ross.
Is it?
Yep. Well, no. Yeah, I think it is Diana Ross.
Not for nothing, but there's a little camel toe action going on in this picture, I think. Holy cow, that's some wild shit.
It's very psychedelic down by her vagina, that's for sure. It's like, yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, the bottom red stripe. It is definitely what's happening there.
Yeah, that's not a good placement for those red stripes.
No, that is definitely what's going on there. It's very evident.
Yeah. Wow. Huh.
Headbands.
Yeah, headbands.
Jesus.
The person I remember making headbands look cool, this is a sports reference. His name was Jim McMahon. He was a quarterback of the Bears in the 80s. And he always wore headbands. And I always thought, man, he looks so cool. But I never did a headband.
Bro, I thought you were about to say Richard Simmons, but that's a Mandela effect.
How's it a Mandela effect? Oh, he never wore a headband.
Yeah.
Yeah. I told you the story about how he called my cousin, right? Back when
oh yeah, you did say something about that.
Yeah, and she hung up on him like 2 times. Because it was back when he had a fan club and he had the Sweat into the Oldies thing. And I think she did send him a letter or something. And she said, yeah, I was just sitting there in a phone call, and then he's like, is this Kathy? And she's like, yeah. He's like, this is Richard Simmons. She's like, yeah, shut up, and then hung up on him. And he called back and he's like, no, this is really Richard Simmons.
I mean, I would be, I probably would have hung up too.
Yeah. I think she only hung up on him once though. But then, I think she said they like talked for like a half hour.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. He seemed like a really cool dude. Did we ever talk about the Richard Simmons, Whose Line Is It Anyway?
I don't know.
Because you remember that show, or you watched that show. We've talked about that show, right?
Of course.
Okay, so there is an episode where Richard Simmons is on it. Oh my God, there's one of the skits. It is probably one of the funniest skits in the history of Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Oh, there it is.
Yep. Freaking hilarious.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, check it out. It is so funny. I loved Whose Line Is It Anyway? Loved it.
I even like the remake, the new one.
I didn't watch it.
As if by magic, you're right. No, the new one is it's good. It's I forget what the hell the host name is. The girl, the woman.
Aisha Tyler. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not bad. I didn't mind. It's like literally the same thing because Drew Carey drove me fucking crazy on that show.
Oh, see, I've always liked Drew. I've always liked Drew Carey.
I didn't
Always.
mind him. He just drove me nuts. Like, and I just didn't care. I just didn't think he was that funny on the show. And I always
Yeah, he
made
was.
me mad whenever they like would include him. And I'm like, I don't want to hear Drew Carey. I just want these four guys that are up here. That's what the show's
Yeah.
about. Fuck what Drew Carey has to say.
Yeah.
But I
think
loved
my-
it when they made fun of him.
Yeah. Yeah, those were good ones. I think Ryan Stiles was my favorite.
Always.
Yeah, I think he was my number one, and I think, well, Colin, the bald guy, I think he was probably my number 2 favorite. Then I think I'd go Wayne Brady would be 3.
And then they always had that one rotating guy.
Yeah, yep, because there was it was the guy with the glasses, Greg. Was it Greg Proops?
Yeah, Greg Proops.
Greg Proops, and then there was a
Brad Sherwood.
Brad Sherwood. Okay,
And
wasn't there a Chip?
Chip. Yeah, Chip something.
Chip something. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, great show. Yeah, like I said, when you get a chance, watch that. Oh,
The only
It
thing I
is.
didn't like about the new one is that they would like it was on the CW
mhm.
and they would have like they would do their Chip Easton, really. That's not what I expected his name to be.
Oh, I thought it was Chip Carey. I think Chip Carey's a sportscaster. Anyway,
Chip Easton, maybe? I don't know, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But so they would do their what's the one where Wayne Brady would sing to the person?
yeah,
Duet or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah,
They would pull in like in the old one, they would pull an audience member and find out what their job was,
right.
and then do that. But in this one, they just didn't do that. They would pull in like a random star from the CW,
Oh,
like some guest star,
okay.
and then they would just have him come in or them come in, and then they would sing. So that was kind of dumb.
That is dumb. I don't like that.
But otherwise, it was great. Like they had new games, and it was cool. I really like it was like a return to form, except for that one thing. I was like, that's dumb.
That is dumb.
But every
Fun-
once in a while, I would get on Facebook and just be like, with the help of Laura Hall, Linda Taylor on guitar. Like,
Oh my God! Yes,
I love it
those
so
two.
much.
Oh wow! I forgot about those names.
Laura Hall and Linda Taylor.
Yeah, son of a bitch. Because I remember it was on Comedy Central first. It was originally English, British show. That's where it originated from.
Song
And
Styles. That's what it's called.
who?
Song Styles.
Song Styles, that's it. And I just remembered how funny that was. And there was always like, I don't think Colin was ever on the British one, but Ryan Stiles was on there. And there was one fat guy. I don't remember what his name was. He ended up popping up he was on a Seinfeld episode. And he also, you watched Office Space, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the hypnotist that dies at the beginning of the movie, he was on Whose Line Is It Anyway? The original version.
Huh.
Yeah, and he was also Franklin Delano Romanowski. He was FDR in an episode of Seinfeld, where he was it was the episode where the show went backwards. I hated that episode. But he was the guy that they were fighting about wishes and everything.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yep. And another fun fact, that Chip from Whose Line Is It Anyway was Josh on The Office. He was the guy that had
that's right.
Yep. He was in the oh my God, what branch was that Jim moved to and then it shut down?
Connecticut.
Yeah. Yep.
Or something like that. Yeah, whatever they called it.
Yeah. It was in Connecticut.
Also, so there's in this screenshot that Amanda put here, there's that girl there too. She was a rotating guest. That woman.
I don't remember the woman.
She was in lots of episodes. I don't remember her name, but yeah, she wasn't bad.
Jeez, I don't remember her. I remember when Robin Williams popped up on an episode.
Oh, that would have been a good one.
Yeah, and it was really weird. Nobody understood because his hair was like bleach blonde. And then here it was
doing 1 hour photo.
He was doing 1 hour photo. Yep, that was a good movie.
I've never seen it. I just know that he was blonde in it.
Yep, That was a good movie. Pretty freaky, but good.
I always like it when comedians like Jim Carrey, Robin Williams, when they play like a very serious role. It like
Yeah.
it really grabs my attention because it's so unique.
Yep. Yeah. Oh,
And
Robin Williams in Good Will Hunting. That's right up there. I mean, he
that
won
movie's
a.
fucking great.
Yeah. I mean,
He makes a very surprise appearance in a movie called August Rush.
oh.
And he's like a total asshole.
Oh yeah.
And it's a great movie though.
Huh. There's another movie called Insomnia. It's actually a Christopher Nolan movie. It was before he hit it big, but it's him and Al Pacino, and was it Hilary Swank, and does he play a murder? Oh, I can't remember the exact, but it's a serious movie role.
Huh.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Because it's like,
I love when it's like when they're dark and creepy, like the number 23. That's a good one with Jim Carrey. Even Cable Guy. Cable Guy kind of teeters on the edge of insanity.
Yeah, I thought I don't know why I said Family Guy. Cable Guy got such crap as it did. I thought it was really good. I really liked Cable Guy.
That's because people can't handle when characters like Jim Carrey can play a serious role. That's why the number 23 didn't do very well. Yeah. But I really liked it because it's like it's not funny at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's very dark and very serious. But there's that, and then I think he did one called The Majestic, which was like a total drama.
Yeah, I remember that.
He was in. I guess he was kind of funny in it, but in Kick-Ass 2, he was in that, and he was pretty interesting.
Oh, okay. And I'm sure that the Andy Kaufman one.
Oh, Man on the Moon is meant to be funny though.
Was it? Oh, okay. It wasn't. It's not like it's not considered a serious role. Like
it might be, but Andy Kaufman was a comedian, so
yeah. I just was wondering because, like I said, I never watched it, but I was wondering since it was based on Andy Kaufman's life, like did it show like did he play? See, you know what I mean? Like since it's a biopic.
Yeah, I don't know the answer.
I don't know.
I've never actually watched it.
Yeah, me neither. I never liked Andy Kaufman. I thought.
Yeah, he was.
I never thought he was
dry sense of humor.
Yeah, he was not funny. All right. So what do we got next? Now we got the paint spatter shirts. Yes.
Intentional paint spatter.
Yep, intentional paint spatter. Yeah, that was big. Don't really have much to say about that. I mean, that was just a weird fashion.
It still pops up every now and again. The like bleach spatters.
Yeah. Yeah, those are kind of freaky. Yeah.
Holy fuck, that is something. This what is this? Jumpsuit? It's overalls.
Generic boho jumpsuit. What do we got here? Oh yeah. Look at that.
How do you even wear that?
I think I had a pair of Jams. Jams were like shorts, but they just had funky designs on them. And I think I had a pair of Jams like that. But not like overalls and stuff. Look at those. Look at those splatters. Oh, there's a floral. Oh God. Look at that.
That is something.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, the paint spatter thing, it was definitely something you saw a shit ton of. It just had that it's like a baggy bib overalls. Yeah.
Had some making a statement, you know.
I think we talked about overalls. Didn't we talk about overalls one time about I always wanted to wear them. Like when they was at the late 90s, early 2000s, they were kind of like making a comeback. And I thought, because I worked at Sears at the time and there was a section of nothing but overalls. But they were like, not Calvin Klein, but like Levi's and stuff. And I'm like, I think I could pull this off. And everybody I talked to was like, no, you're not going to pull that off. So I never did it.
Such honesty.
Yeah, I was
That's
surrounded by people that they were looking at my best interest, I guess.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right,
Yep.
next up here we got mini minis. This is like the shortest skirt I've ever seen. Look at this guy in the bottom
Wow.
here.
Look at that guy.
He's an eye line of goodies.
Yeah.
That's what's going on there.
He's not taking well, I'm sure he is probably taking a picture. He's got it kind of angled up there a little bit.
Yeah. It
Yep.
does. I mean, it does look like her boobs or her belly button. What the hell's going on there?
Yeah, why are they so low? She's either got no boobs or the way she's moving. Because you can see she's in mid-twirl, the way her hair is. So maybe...
Flat chested,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe but man, that would be like no...
Look at this guy in the background. Looks like he's wearing Hey Dudes.
Yeah. Oh, those are just those were loafers.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a pair of loafers.
This guy's dude, he's in danger of his little man there hanging out the bottom of his
Yeah, like I
shirt.
said, if
What's going on there?
If he squats down, his balls are gonna pop out.
Yeah, that guy is totally loving the view, man.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Wow. Yeah, like I said, hopefully her boobs aren't that low. That'd just be like, what's that? Too long. Oh my God. There's an episode. Somebody says it's like 2 long socks and a hanky. Oh no, too long. Never mind. It's not gonna be funny now that I screwed it up.
These people, though, the people in the background, I mean, they're enjoying the fuck out of this fucking fashion show, man. Holy hell.
The old maid there, right to the left or right of her left elbow. She is happier than shit with her poofed up hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of happiness going on, except Beardy there. I don't know what the beard guy's looking at.
Yeah, he's not having a good time.
No. But yeah, the old photographer, he is locked and loaded, man.
Hey, it looks like 50 Cent.
It does look like 50 Cent.
Looks like 50 Cent with a flat top going on there. Someone don't ever tell me time travelers doing a thing, man. That guy is 50 Cent. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's more like 35 Cent there.
35 Cent. Yeah. Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
And this guy above him there, it just looks like literally looks like his wife whispered to him, like, your pictures aren't going to be developed for another couple weeks.
Yeah, that's what I kept wondering. Like, what's Beardy looking at? Like, he's not even looking at her. Yeah, I'm not sure what the hell the beard guy's looking at.
He definitely has a face of like, this is bullshit. Like, whatever's going on, this is fucking dumb. I just want to go home and watch football. That's what that guy looks like.
Oh, here we go. Next is the tracksuit.
Yeah, that lady. I love that lady, man. She's so fucking happy.
That's a hell of a phone. That's a pretty cool phone.
Oh, and the next one, the tracksuit lady.
Yeah, the tracksuit.
Jan Brady.
Yeah.
No, that's not Jan Brady.
That's not Jan Brady. I don't know who that is. I don't know if that is somebody or not.
I mean, it has to be.
Yeah, it might be. Well, obviously it's somebody because she's there.
That's not Paris Hilton. Is it Paris Hilton? No. It looks like Paris Hilton.
It's got a little Hilton-y vibe to her. But yeah, the tracksuit, that was the way to go. Yeah. I got nothing to add on the tracksuit.
No, I mean it's pretty killer. It almost looks like PJs.
Yeah, I think they were straight. They were, if I remember correct. I think you could get any kind. I think the tracksuit that I had was kind of like a polyester. So it was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think most of them were probably polyester at the time.
This one looks like it's made out of silk.
Kind of silky, yeah. She looks very comfortable. I don't know how she's talking to anybody. That phone's not hooked up to anything. Who are you talking to, bitch?
Yeah, I did a Google image search of it too. It doesn't, nothing coming up. Who knows? Price just some model.
Yeah.
So next one here, is this a Jackson?
It could be. Yeah, maybe. She's got some crazy ass shoulder pads rocking that shirt though.
She does.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
She's about ready to return kickoffs here after she's done taking that picture.
Well, oddly enough, we're not talking about shoulder pads. This is for wide hats.
The wide hat. See, in our area, wide hats we never saw. I don't remember growing up and seeing any woman wearing hats. So this was probably more of a more of a metropolitan kind of thing. But
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. But that hat's pretty rocking there. Doesn't really match her shirt though. Like, why is she wearing yellow? I don't know. I mean, I'm not one to talk about fashion, but it doesn't match.
Churchill Downs? They're going to Churchill Downs for the horse races.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, that's weird looking.
I can't stand seeing those people for the Kentucky Derby and all those stuff that wear those big ass hats. Oh, so pompous. Jackasses.
It's posh.
It is very posh.
All right, next up we got huge earrings, which I initially thought this was Celine Dion, but that's Cher. It looks nothing like Cher to me.
That's crazy how that looks like Celine Dion. I knew it was Cher when I first saw it, but until you said Celine Dion, I never would have thought that till you said that.
Yeah, Cher has had so much work done that did not look like Cher to me.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, the huge earrings. Look at those. How does she even have an earlobe left? Like, just the sheer gravity of that thing.
It looks like it weighs at least 2 pounds.
Yeah. Wow. Talk about picking up radio signal for as high as those things are.
Yeah. Dude, not only that, but look at her outfit. Holy God.
Oh, that was so Cher. Cher loved showing the goods.
Cher looks good today.
She doesn't look bad. I always think Cher always looked good. Even in the 70s.
Say Cher, I would have thought that was fucking, what the hell's Elvira. Elvira looks kind of like, you don't think?
No. Well, maybe a little bit. It would have got me at the boobs though, because I knew Elvira's got some rockin' boobs.
Oh, maybe it isn't. Maybe Elvira looks way different. Yeah, you're right.
The only thing, the only thing that is a little similar is how pale the face is and the black hair. So a little bit of Elvira, just a skosh of Elvira.
In this one or in the chat?
Whoa! I'm just now looking at this one. That's Cher now?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell. No, I was back to the original picture. How I thought that was Elvira.
No, this one in the chat I thought was Elvira at first, but
whoa.
What is the Cher the show? Like a sitcom?
Oh, did she have a sitcom?
No, I don't know what she's talking about, actually.
What is up with her? She's got like big ass horse teeth now.
There's a TV.
Oh, the Sonny and Cher show. Was that what she was?
American Variety Show premiered on CBS.
Oh, I didn't know she had her own. I knew she had one with Sonny Bono. I didn't know she had one just by herself. That's interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
I'll bet my mom knows about it.
Yeah, I had no idea because I thought she went straight from this show from Sonny and Cher to just the 80s. Oh, that's so terrible what she's done to her face. They all do that anymore. They just fuck up their face and it drives me nuts.
How old is
she? One that drives me nuts the most is Courtney Cox. Courtney Cox, I thought she was the hottest Friends star to me. I loved her more than Aniston. And now look at her and it's like, bitch, like why? Like why did you do that? Just pisses me off.
Is she the one that was in Scream?
Yes. Oh, she's 78. Well, I guess she's
Wow.
allowed to have her face, but I don't know. I can't stop teeth.
Wow, for 78 though, she looks pretty good.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
I
Cher
wonder if
was
does she still have a residency in Vegas?
don't know.
Or is she done?
She might be done. I don't know. That's a good question. Wow. Freaking
I'll
Cher.
bet you Wayne Newton still looks pretty fucking good too.
Oh, probably. Not like Frankie Valley.
Don't even I can't with Frankie Valli, bro. I
That
cannot.
son of a bitch just stands there and to insult our intelligence, thinking that he is singing as well as he's singing when he can barely even hold the microphone up to his face. Fuck that. That poor
Those
guy.
videos, man, they make me laugh.
Oh, they're funny. They
Okay,
are
so she
funny.
lives in Malibu now, so she must not. She must be
Oh,
done.
okay.
That's funny. Yes, fucking I was not expecting you to bring up Frankie Valley. He's Clover Valley now.
He is Frankie Valley is Clover Valley, Frankie Valley.
God, those
Oh,
videos just like they scare the shit out of me because I'm
oh,
like, I feel bad for the people that would be paying for it.
yeah. First off, that's straight up elder abuse. People should be thrown in jail. Family members, whoever's saying that he's allowed to be out there. Even if he wants to be out there, it should be like, no, you're not. We're not letting you out there. That's embarrassing. But there he is. That's old son of a bitch.
He is he's 90, dude.
Oh my God. I'm pretty sure he probably died 3 years ago. They're just Weekend at Bernie and, they're just,
He's a marionette. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, yeah, yep.
God, dude, that's insane.
Oh, so this must be all women's fashions. Because the next one, I mean, I guess, but this does fall into men too. Because this next one is the acid wash. And if you didn't wear something that was acid washed, you did not live in the 80s. I can think of at least 2 pairs of jeans I had that they were like the silvery acid washed.
Oh yeah, but that look is
Yeah.
fire though.
Yeah. Yep. I think every human being had windbreakers, every human being had neon, and every human being had acid washed. And then what was it? The other thing was stone washed. That started to become which I don't know what stone washed meant. I just remembered people saying, "Oh, you either got to get acid washed or stone washed jeans."
Yeah.
I know I had a pair of stone washed. Oh, she said the men's fashion is coming. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Which
like
I mean, like I
it's like
said,
2 more away.
oh, okay. Which I mean, there's nothing wrong because a lot of these are fitting the men as well. You know, the windbreaker, the neon, acid wash. Oh, now the off center ponytail.
That's
I
still
find,
I mean, that's still kind of popular today.
yeah, some women can wear that fine, going off center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just throw it up there. And dude, I
Yep.
used to go to high school with a girl and she was the type that like would just wake up and just kind of flop her hair around and go to school that way. And it was like, I don't know what you want to call it. She had long hair and it was like bedhead, but it was ridiculous looking because it was so long.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So
I know
here
what
you
you
go.
mean, though. I know exactly.
Yeah, it was weird. And
Yeah.
it would end up just being like a big old mop.
Oh,
All
okay.
right,
So stone washed is physically distressed. Acid wash or chemically distressed. Okay. I guess that makes sense. All right. Yeah. All right. I
Huh.
dig it. Yeah. But
And
yeah, the
then
off-center ponytail. Who was that? Was that Punky Brewster? Did an off-center ponytail. I had the hots for her in the 80s.
Punky Brewster.
Oh, yeah. What the hell was her name in real life? So Leal Moon Fry is her real life name.
She's got
She had some,
pigtails.
yeah. Is that what she was? She was pigtails. Okay. I thought she did the off-center ponytail. Okay. I'm getting my ponytails mixed up. It's allowed.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Pigtails.
Yeah.
Hunky Brewster.
Yeah, that.
You could do like Pippi Longstocking.
Yeah. No. No. No, I was all about Punky. Oh.
Who's Ramona?
From and it's based off the in their books about Ramona. Yeah, the books. Yeah. Yeah. I'm blanking. I know I'm blanking, but I'm not blanking.
Huh.
Yeah.
Ramona Quimby. Interesting. Yeah, I've never heard of her.
Yeah. So I was wrong about Punky. I thought she did have pigtails. Trying to think of who that was in the 80s that had a sitcom. I must have had the hots for her too. That did the ponytail. Might have been the 90s though, could have been. It'll come to me maybe at some point. So
Yeah.
So next we got the unironic fanny pack.
Just to wear it for actual purpose.
I rocked a fanny pack in the early 90s. It was we went to a Pirates game and they gave away, it was like the first like 20,000 fans got a free fanny pack. It was from Giant Eagle. And it was a Giant Eagle Pittsburgh Pirates fanny pack.
I mean, they still sell them.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't if people weren't buying them.
Pretty positive a family friend still. Well, Brett listens. I know his Uncle Bibby. His Uncle Bibby rocked the fanny pack for a long time. So I don't know if he still does it or not. So
did he
Brett,
actually rock it, or did he just wear it?
He wore it. He rocked it. It fit him. It fit him perfectly. So I would say it rocked it because it was one of those, even when fanny packs were going out of style, he still had it and nobody even batted an eye. It just looked natural for him. It was like
it was a part of his person.
Yeah. Yep.
So I guess here, I don't remember this, but according to this, it says the fanny pack had a real redemption arc in 2021. With trendsetters finding fun ways to style the item, including as a crossbody, which is a nice way to go hands-free during one's commute. But up to that point, the fanny pack was essentially synonymous with the 80s, the vibe originally fun, but with swiftly morphing into uncool, and parents, who specifically dads, wearing them on vacation. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, there you go. DeeJ Tanner.
That's it. That is it. Thank you. Yes. Now she's a fucking nut job.
That's
Candace.
what I've heard.
Yeah, she's a weird woman now. That is exactly who it is. Thank you. Even though, okay, so growing up, Full House, I like DeeJ more than Stephanie. But now that they're adults, I'm all about Stephanie. I like her. I think she's a hell of a lot more hotter than it'd take away the psychoness, of Candace Cameron. I just think the middle one is the hottest now of the three.
Of the three?
Yeah, the Olsen twins.
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
they're fucking crazy too, though. So
yeah, which it just still boggles my mind that Elizabeth Olsen is their sister, which it doesn't boggle my mind because she does look like them, but she is like so much hotter than those two.
She's more sane, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely more sane. But I mean, I guess you can't really blame. It's understandable for the Olsen twins to be nut jobs. I mean, the child stars are fucked. Well, like I said, even the girl that played Stephanie Tanner, she was and lived in a crack house for parts of her life, I think. Now she's
wild.
Yeah. Yeah, child stars are fucked, man. It's a shame. So
it is.
But yes, thank you, Amanda. It was DeeJ Tanner. Damn it, that was a good find.
Well, we are let's do a few more of these because we're hitting 2 hours here.
Are we? Okay,
Oh, yeah.
so okay, yeah, the Miami Vice pastels.
Estelles.
Yeah, pastels. I I was all about the pastel. Miami Vice was a freaking awesome show.
I've never watched it.
Oh, it was great. You ought to look at the who's who of people that got their start in show business by being a special guest on Miami Vice. I
Oh
mean,
yeah, it's like
it was like
let's see,
Ed
modern.
O'Neill, uh, uh, Bruce Willis. Oh my God, the list goes on and on.
A good modern day comparison would be like oh man, it's literally on the tip of my tongue. We were watching through it. Um oh, I can't remember the name of it now, but it's one of the cop shows. It's very popular where they did. It's not CSI, it's the other one.
NCIS,
No.
JAG,
No.
Cops.
No, it's the one that's about dude, what the fuck is the name of it? I can't remember. Law and Order.
Oh, Law and Order. Yeah.
We were watching Law and Order SVU from the beginning, and dude, so many fucking actors
Yeah.
are in
Pedro
that shit.
Pedro Pascal, the Mandalorian, he's got his first big break on Law and Order.
Yeah, and fucking Kylo Ren there, whatever his Adam Driver was in it.
Adam Driver, yeah.
There's so many of them. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Same thing with like Dexter. There's an entire season of Dexter where John Lithgow is the fucking villain, and it's probably the best one.
Huh.
Now he was arguably at that time he was already John Lithgow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But still, like it's still cool to see that. Like,
yeah.
Even something as simple as Seinfeld, you know what I mean? How many fucking actors, like Bryan Cranston was in that shit? Like,
yeah, 3 main characters from Breaking Bad. Bryan Cranston, Skyler, guy who plays his wife, she's in an episode. And oh my God, Saul Goodman, he's in an episode.
Oh yeah, there you go. And he was in The Office, and
he was almost Michael Scott.
Man, that would have been good.
He was so close to being Michael Scott.
I always thought that there was a show I really like. I really like him, and I can't remember his name.
Man, you know that guy? He's freaking awesome. I don't know what his name is.
He plays Steve the Pirate in Dodgeball. You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what his. Yeah, it's
Alan Tudyk.
Yep.
I love Alan Tudyk, and I thought he would have been great as Michael Scott.
He would have been a good Michael Scott
because of a TV show that came out called Powerless, where he played Bruce Wayne's cousin.
Yes. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yep.
Yeah, that show is so good, and it didn't get any traction. But I thought, man, this guy's giving me such Michael Scott vibes right now. Like, and he would have been excellent.
Yeah. Oh, he plays a really cringy role in. It's called 42. It's the movie about Jackie Robinson.
Oh,
and
really?
he plays an opposing team's manager. Oh. Because of course it's dealing with racial stuff, so the N-word gets flown out a lot, and he throws it out a lot, and it's just, I think he even says it's like one of his most cringiest, role. Like he did not feel comfortable doing it, but it's just and I'm like, like I used to like you.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah. Yep. Oh my God, I feel like some of these are so good. Okay, so we already did talk about the big glasses, because there's Melanie Griffith wearing big glasses.
Yeah, that would have been last week's episode.
Yeah, Hammer Pants. Yes, I loved Hammer Pants.
And then it had that one locked and loaded. Just waiting. I love it.
Hammer Pants was always something I wanted growing up, because especially when that video came out, I felt like I could dance like MC Hammer. I felt like I could do that move, but the only thing I was missing was the pants, and I was never allowed to get Hammer Pants. I got breakdancing pants, but never hammer pants. Popper pants. Oh. But yeah, hammer pants were really. I mean, they were definitely around in the '80s, but then MC Hammer made them really relevant there. I think his album did come out in '89. It was '89 or '90, I thought. Please Hammer Don't Hurt 'Em was the name of the as I was well, at that time, the cassette tape.
The tape.
Yes, I had
Good
the
old
tape.
tape. I can't wait to do our music episode, man.
Oh, yeah.
Our conversation the other night got me so pumped to do the best the songs that were songs that we, which is Amanda's idea, to do songs that we hate.
Yes.
And to just talk about music in the 80s and 90s is going to be fucking top notch.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Because that'll be where I bring up my soundtrack talk.
Can't wait.
Yep. So patterns, a lot of weird patterns were on clothes.
It reminds me of what's the name of the pattern? I just seen a girl talking about it on TikTok. Like, Ricky from Trailer Park Boys, the shirt that he's got, there's a name.
I think it begins with a C, not Clover. Oh my God.
It's something Bone. Is it Bone?
Not Crossbone. Herringbone.
Thank you.
Yeah, shit. I thought it was okay. C.
That's what Amanda's here for.
That is what she's here for.
Fucking babble on like idiots. Perfect. Herringbone. Yeah, that's what that reminds me of.
Yep.
And I've always been a fan of Argyle. I like Argyle.
Argyle in the right setting can work.
Growing up, I always thought when I was an adult I'd be an Argyle, like I'd always wear an Argyle. But obviously that didn't fucking happen. But yeah, I always thought that was what I was gonna do. Like I'm gonna get some Argyle vests. I'm gonna be that kind of guy. But thank God I'm not.
Yeah, start with an Argyle hat, like your little hat that you get. Get an Argyle one.
When was the last time you saw me wear one of them? I have them. I just don't wear them.
Well, I'm saying you should wear one.
Stick with socks.
Just start. Just start with an Argyle hat.
I'm not a big sock guy. Like you are, Mitch, right? Tammy
I'm obsessed with. I'm not gonna say obsessed. I just really like a good fun sock.
I just don't get it.
Yeah.
But I'm all about slippers, so like I'm always wearing something in the house.
Like my socks are like movie socks, TV show socks, not like funny design socks. Like all the socks I have that are fun are like I have 2 like Nintendo themed socks. I have a Homer Simpson sock, Ric Flair, Jaws. I had SpongeBob socks, but they got a hole in the heel. So that's what I have, because some people like the ones with like the funny designs and everything. I don't. That's not my thing. No, I like ones that have like I said, movie, TV show, maybe even a sports related, themed sock.
I guess I'm not in a position where I feel like anybody's ever gonna see them without me being like, hey, check out my socks. Like,
yeah, it's one of those you're gonna have to make it a point to be like, unless you're wearing shorts, then and it is one of those things that like we talked about earlier, and people start commenting on your socks, and it's like, fuck, I shouldn't even worn these socks. Now everyone's like, oh, nice socks, and it's like, I don't want to talk about my socks
that's what
anymore.
I just don't know, like what I just don't get. I never have.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna go out of my way to buy those socks. It's like if they're at a store and they're like decently priced, and I'm like, all right, I'll get them. Like the Nintendo ones, they were at Ross. It was like 2 pairs for it was like $5. I'm like, well, hell yeah, I'll wear them. Ooh.
I mean, I'm like you. I take a certain amount of pride in someone being like, I like that shirt. Like, fuck yeah, it's tailored for that moment.
Yep.
But it doesn't come around very often.
Yeah. Yep. Like, oh, well, when we went to go see Deadpool, those two guys that commented on my Chris Traeger t-shirt made my night.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely made my night.
And that's what I'm here for. But when it comes to anything else, I just don't care.
Yeah.
Never cared about
And-
my shoes. Never cared about my socks.
Huh.
Don't really care about my hat very much.
Well, son of a bitch. Huh. Now, see, now, like I said, with a hat, I need a nice hat. Like I said, because I'm in that mode now where I'm buying hats of teams that don't exist anymore. And then if they look cool, and then, you get the comment, like Warren last week, he's like, look at you wearing these hats. He's like, you really like that shit, don't you? And I'm like, hell yeah, I do.
Yeah, even on one of your vacation photos, someone said, "Nice." What
Yeah,
was it?
my Expos hat.
Montreal
Expos.
Expos. That's right.
Yep.
That's funny.
Yeah. Oh, there's too many more. I don't know if we're gonna be able to. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to.
That's okay. I mean, we can rattle them off real quick. We don't have to.
Yeah, but so we
Next-
got okay.
We talked about mullets at the top of the show.
Yep, mullets. Then we got wild, messy eyeshadow. Yeah, there's Cyndi Lauper, that bitch. Could not stand Cyndi Lauper. Oh, her song sucked. Oh,
We got a reprise of Pop Collars, which
Pop
we talked
Collars.
about.
Yep.
Always Die. Why is the Princess Die? Which she was
Princess
wild.
Di was the man. Well, she wasn't the man, but she was she was a fashion icon of the 80s.
Dang, man.
Yeah. Yep. She rocked it, man.
And
Oh,
here
we already
go
talked
again.
about. Yep, huge shoulder pads.
Yep.
Leg warmers were huge. Oh, that's isn't that Jane Austen? No, not Jane Austen. Debbie Austen. No, Debbie Allen. No, what the fuck's her name?
Denise Austin?
Denise Austen.
Is that Denise Austin?
I think it is. I'm pretty positive it's her.
So, all right, but what the fuck is the point of this? What are these?
Leg warmers? They're just what they're said. They keep your legs warm while you're exercising, because sometimes you get cold shins and you need to warm them up.
What?
No, I have no idea. I really don't know.
Or were they just a thing? Like
I
sweet
feel like
leg
they
warmers,
were,
bro.
I feel like they were just a thing. Like they had no actual service. But I could be wrong.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yep.
I just don't. Or were they sweat catchers?
I don't think they were. Well, who the hell ever gets sweaty legs? I never have.
I mean that's weird.
Yeah.
Just used to keep your legs warm. Okay. Sure.
Yeah. Leg warmers keep. It's sometimes we just think too much of windbreakers. What do? They break the wind. Leg warmers. What do? They warm the legs. Simple and to the point.
Just odd.
Yeah.
Odd stylistic choice.
Yep.
So we got crimped hair.
Yeah, I feel like we already talked about crimped hair.
Maybe.
Yeah. What the fuck's that word? Maximalism.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which we kind of touched on a little bit. Just
Yeah.
This.
Yeah, these are starting to get a little redundant because now we're at the
ridiculous.
What, Cyndi Lauper?
Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't stand her. Could not stand her at all. Her voice sucked. Just ugh. Girls Just Want to Have Fun might crack my top 10.
Ooh, really?
No. It'd probably be in the top 20. I feel like there's gonna be some doozies in my top 10. I think.
Just the fact that you have an entire soundtrack to a film in one spot of your top 10.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious to me.
Yeah. Because I can't do every song, because every song in that movie sucks so bad. And it just, I hate it. I hated the movie. I hated the songs. Like I said, there's the one that I could kind of tolerate. But other than that, the other ones all are just straight garbage.
No spoilers here. We'll get to it.
Fingernails on the chalkboard, bad.
All right. Next up, we got Dynasty Fashion. So what? This is a large hat and what is it?
it's kind of just a compilation of everything we've talked about.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's going to be big hats, big collars. Yeah. High cut bottoms. Oh, that's okay. I always thought those were hot because you got to see a lot of hip skin and some almost frontal skin.
Lycra.
Yeah.
Lycra and yep. Look at that. This hits a lot
Yeah.
of fashion choices we talked about all in one image. Yeah, you're damn right. Dude. Fucking wilding out in the 80s.
Yeah.
I still want to be a part of it. I feel like if time travel vacations were a thing, I would choose the 80s every time.
Yeah. As you should. As you should. Yeah. I think we pretty much hit them all because these other ones down here at the bottom, you got spandex. Then you got
Yeah.
dynasty hair. That's just big poofy hair.
Yeah.
Ooh, that Joan Collins. She was a stone cold bitch on Dynasty. I don't remember what her name was, but she was nasty.
I live for your one-shot opinions on things. Like, they're my favorite thing in the world.
Oh, I appreciate it.
It's so funny. Like, you never know when they're gonna come. And you just randomly be talking about, like, oh yeah, and you're like, oh yeah, Teddy Ruxpin, he could fuck right off. Like, wow. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Well, it's
so
a memory
funny.
that just jars me, and it just yeah, I just got to get it like right there, like Joan Collins. I mean, I see her face, and it's just like, whoa, man, she was a bitch on that show.
Like Cyndi Lauper can fuck off. Like, okay.
Oh yeah, Cyndi Lauper can. I mean, I'm sure she's a nice lady, and I mean, Time After Time's a decent song, and that other one, but what's the other one? I don't know. I can't remember.
I must just be in the mood to listen to some Weird Al because I consistently have Weird Al's parody of "Girls Just Want to Have Fun" stuck in my head.
What the hell was that? What was that called?
Girls Just Want to Have Lunch.
Jesus Christ.
It's pretty good.
Goddamn Weird Al. Just genius.
He'd always do like guitar solos and stuff, but he would replace them with like mini fart noises. And in that song, there's like a weird little solo, and it's just farts. It's so funny. Weird Al is something.
Oh my God, there's that. I was just talking about this picture that Amanda popped out. It's a family full of windbreakers. This is just a reminder that there will never be a generation who fought harder against the wind than we did.
Yes. Fuck yeah, dude.
Yep, wind didn't stand a chance in the 80s and 90s.
No. That is
Christ.
something.
That is.
Fucking windbreakers, man. I love it. Just
so I honestly don't ever feel like it helped with the wind. I feel like I was still cold. You put a windbreaker on because the fabric is so minuscule. It didn't help. It didn't do anything. It did nothing.
But why? Who was the person that sat there and just like, this wind is really a problem? You know what I mean? They're like, we need to figure this shit out.
Yeah. But we're gonna do it with like, yeah. It's like, but it can't be thick. It's got to be really thin, and it's just gonna break it off just enough that we're not gonna bitch too much. But it didn't work. It still didn't break any wind.
Yeah. There's never been a time in my life where I'm like, this really calls for a windbreaker.
Yeah. No.
Sometimes Clyde wears them at work.
Does he?
Yeah, apparently he'll show up sometimes and be like, oh, windbreaker.
Nice. Attaboy.
It's weird. It's so random.
Yeah.
That's a stylistic choice that I'm just not a fan of.
Windbreaker?
Just just what?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've gone out in society wearing some wild shit, but
I'm telling you,
do that.
You wouldn't have survived the 80s or the 90s then. You would have fallen in. You would have worn it. Because everybody wore it. Everybody.
If that's the style, man, you gotta get with the times.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd have been a fanny pack guy for sure. I've contemplated it now.
You look like a fanny pack guy now. Like, I would not be shocked if you came into work with a fanny pack. I'd be like, yep, that's right.
Par for the course.
Yeah. Or how'd Preston say at that time about the car? You're like, oh, bro, we got the, at least you got a fanny pack. Yeah, figures.
Figures. Is that
Figures.
your red car out there in the parking lot? I was like, yeah. He goes, huh, figures. What the fuck does that mean, bro?
That made no sense, but it's so funny. It's just like he looked outside, but like, red car has to be DeeJ's.
It's such a dick thing to say for no reason.
In the tone that he said it, too. Figures.
Dick. I never made any sense to me why he said that. I still bring it up to him. It's fucking weird. It's so weird.
Oh, it's so funny. So funny.
Figures. Cool, man.
Oh.
All right, folks. I think that's going to be that for this episode. Where the fuck are we? I'm losing it in the chat here.
Oh, it's way up there. Yeah, it's Amanda was rocking it with the pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed the picture. Oh, there's the close up of the old lady smiling. Nice.
I love
yeah,
it.
and what's I didn't even notice the girl there with the hat. Oh, that's awesome.
So funny. And then did you see up here this 90s pattern?
Oh yeah.
It's
called, I think
jazz.
Jazz?
That's what it's called.
Oh. That was pretty much, to me, that feels more 90s. I mean, I'm sure it was 80s, you know.
No, it was invented in 92.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay, so it is a 90s. Like, I feel like every fast food joint you went to, I guess I shouldn't say fast food, like diner, we'll say, where you would get drinks to go. That was the design of the cups.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
easily.
it's so weird. What the fuck even is it? Like,
it's you got your broad strokes there in the teal, and then you got
look at this.
How much money did that person make that just threw a freaking paintbrush and just was like, look at that. And I'm like, poof, we're putting that on everything. Everything.
Last year when Blink went on tour, Mark had his bass made like this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, down here at the bottom. I fucking love it. I would love that.
Oh my God, it's not letting me. Ah, that's cool.
So dope.
Yeah.
Like that is so pimp.
Yep. Yeah, like I said, I just see that and I smell the 90s when I see that. Like the 90s has a smell to me. I don't know what the smell is. I can't explain it.
It's slime. Wax cardboard.
Yes. Yeah, wax cardboard. Hell yeah. Yep, that's what those cups were made from, was wax cardboard.
Yeah,
and at the top it was like curled a little bit, and then I would like use my teeth sometimes, and then I would like scrape it so that it would be straight up. Yep. Wax cardboard. Fucking right.
Or like the inside of those, like when you put the 2 quarters in the little vending machine outside of Walmart and you get those little toys like homies or whatever.
Yeah.
Slime.
Yep.
Yeah, the inside of those fucking things.
Yep. And there's a food. It was an ice cream. Deep dish apple pie ice cream. I feel like I must have ate that in the 90s. Because I can smell it when I see it. It was I don't know if it's still around, but it was it deep dish apple pie? It was something with apple. And it was awesome because it had pieces of bread in it, or not bread, but crust, and then little chunks of apple. Oh, that was my 90s right there.
Hell yeah. It sounds good.
Oh, it was great. It was apple pie. I feel like it was deep dish apple pie.
All I remember is like color changing Cheetos. That's.
Oh, okay.
Or 3D Doritos.
Oh, the 3D. Yeah. Oh, I love the 3D Doritos.
Yeah, they were fucking great.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Good shit, man. That was fun.
It was. Nothing like I wish I had old pictures of me, and I'd be able to pop them up. But I think all my old pictures, I think they're at my sister's house or they're down in Florida. I think any pictures that I have of me in rockin' 80s fashion.
You'll get them someday.
Oh yeah.
And then we'll revisit.
Yeah. I know there's a photo of me from the 80s at Showbiz Pizza with a sweater vest. I was playing in the Star Wars video game.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yep. I rocked the sweater vest. And then probably like 20 minutes after that picture was taken, I threw up all over the lobby area at Showbiz Pizza.
Man, you left your mark all over the place by throwing up there.
Yeah. Clearfield Mall and Showbiz Pizza.
That's right.
Those are the only two places I think I know of that I puked in public.
Now, have you ever sat in the same spot that you were when you threw up in the Clearfield Mall just to relive that memory?
Yes. Yep, because when we walk, it's in between Ollie's and what's the next store? Dollar General? At that time, it was Ames and Fashion Bug. And anytime we're walking, I'll even say like to Izzy, I'll be like, right here's where I threw up. I said, because I literally threw up, and next thing I knew, each parent had a hold of my arm, and they were like throwing me outside, like I was being rushed outside, right outside the doors. Yep.
Like Jazz on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
Getting thrown out of the Banks house. Love it.
Oh.
All right, boss. I think that's that.
That is that. We hit that one pretty hard.
That's good. All right, guys. Keep an eye on the Facebook page. We got some new stuff coming out for SuperCon and all that good shit, and we'll see you next time.
This is the end of the show. You made it, who would have known? We thank you deeply for listening along. Tune in next week for another one. As always, it's been a really fun time. We'll be back again, we're ineffably sublime. Every Tuesday, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tune in next week for another one. This is the end of the show. You made it, who would have known? We thank you deeply for listening along. Tune in next week for another one. As always, it's been a really fun time. We'll be back again, we're ineffably